Welcome to the Golf Summer Series race number 7. Today we're here at Sonoma Raceway for the Infineon 250. 35 drivers getting ready to race here at the wine country for our second road course event of the year. But before we get started, let's take a look at our starting lineup. On the pole we have Saber Tooth and next to him Brendan Beal. Row 2, Owen Miles and Dan Mattiello. Row 3, Sean Ard and It's Movement. Row 4, Nick Sent and Jake from State Farm. Row 5, Kellen Baker and Aiden Thomas. Row 6, Devon Payment and Adam Bowden. Row 7, Jason Albert and Dan DJ. Row 8, Carter Boyd and HS. Row 9, Johnny Hernandez and Ryan Benjamin. Row 10, Ryan Wilson and Jordan Scott. Row 11, your points leader Brandon Carruthers and his teammate Slayer. Row 12, Nargan Scott and Random J. Row 13, Bradley Ream and Hoodlum. Row 14, Richard Herman and Mountain Dew Fan for Life. Row 15, Keshawn Richardson and Lipsy. Row 16, Alexander Jones and Jimmy. Row 17, Kody Boggs and Dominic Payment. And starting last here today is Lucas Almario. And now it's time for the starting command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Let's take a look at the track info here for today. So we're going to go 20 laps along this 2-mile long road course with 160 feet of elevation change. And the weather here in Sonoma is 87 degrees Fahrenheit with 14 mile per hour wind towards the southeast. And also on a side note, we're not racing on the carousel. We're using the old configuration NASCAR used up until 2018. Anyways, pace car already down pit road. Here we go, underway here at Sonoma. Great start there for the 66 Saber Tooth going up the hills, but here comes the 37 to his outside. Still a side-by-side going down the hill here in turn 3. Now into 4, Saber Tooth clears him. Down the SS, the 66 continues to pull away. Oh, we got trouble. The 40 Nick Sand shot Ard into the wall. Caution's out already here at Sonoma, as Nick Sand brought up the last caution at Talladega, and now the first caution here today at Sonoma. As the 66, the Saber Tooth, will lead lap number 1 in the field back to green. Well, let's take a look what happened to the 40 of Nick Sand. So the 40 of Nick Sand and Sean Ard were side by side going into turn number 8. Well, I guess the 40 just came down in the 19, with both of them to the grass and into the ball. Tough breaks for both of them in the early parts of this race. On board the 19 of Sean Ard. The 19 just walked up the brakes, got into the 40, there's nothing you could do there. Not too much damage on either car, looks like they'll be able to continue. But anyways, we're under caution here already at Sonoma. We'll be right back with you guys after this. Welcome back to the Golf Summer Series here at Sonoma. About to go back green after a multi-car incident between the 40 car and 19. Currently, top 3 is Saber Tooth in the 66, Brendan Beal in the 37, and Owen Miles in the 14, as the 37 gives Saber Tooth there a little shot. Here we go. Back on the green here at Sonoma. Movement and Mattiello side by side out of turn number 1 and into turn number 2. Oh, car to board goes for a spin. Caution's out again here at Sonoma. Appears to be no damage on that 5 car. Trying to get out of the grass. Meanwhile, you race back to the start-finish line. Movement and Mattiello still side by side, going into turn number 4. Movement came in this race 7th in points after finishing last at Talladega. Obviously needs a good run here today to keep up that points momentum. There's Aiden Thomas and winner from Talladega. Oh, Movement goes for a spin and into the wall. The caution's already been out here for the 5 car, Carter Boyd, and we look back to the rest of the field here. Mateo and Baker side by side there into turn number 11. As Saber Tooth will lead the field back to green. Let's take a look what happened to both the 5 car and the 20 car. Starting with the 5 car, Carter Boyd, he was in front of Johnny Hernandez after that restart. Oh, looks like he just came down on Johnny there. No damage there in the 5 car. Looks like to be okay. Just stuck in the grass, that's all. On board here with Johnny Hernandez, who gave him a little bump there. Yeah, just couldn't stay off of each other there. Now let's take a look what happened between Mattiello and Movement. This happened in the same corner as Nick Sand and Sean Arn's incident. Oh, Mattiello just got into dirt there a little bit, came up on Movement. Quite a bit of damage there on the back bumper of Movement. Let's go on board here with Mattiello. Anyways, got the field here. I don't know what the hell the field's doing here, but yeah. Anyways, back under caution here at Sonoma. We'll be right back with you guys after this. Welcome back to the Golf Summer Series here at Sonoma. The top 3 mostly the same after yet another caution. It came out for the 5 Carter Boyd, but Movement in the 20 also spun around. Hopefully we can get some green flag laps here today. Here we go, green flag back in the air. Brendan Bill right behind the back bumper of Saber Tooth. Oh, Johnny Hernandez goes for a spin. Stuck in the wall now. Looks like we'll stay under green here. Good job, Golf Summer Series officials, being so consistent. Saber Tooth continues to pull away from the rest of the field. Kellen Baker for a good run here in 6th. Devon Payment behind him, 7th. His best run so far this year. Dan Thomas, your winner from Talladega. Side by side with a fellow Ford driver and Dan DJ. There's Jordan Scout and Argan Scott there. Oh, the 5 and 20 go around again. Caution's out here at Sonoma. As the 66 will get back to the line first yet again. Jesus, y'all, can we get some green flag racing for once? Well, let's take a look what happened to both the 46 as well as the 5 and 20. So the 46 and 16 were side by side going up the hills. Looks like the 72 made contact with the 16, who in turn made contact with the 46, so sort of a chain reaction there. Johnny Hernandez in the wall there. Surprising to call a caution for this, since the 46 car actually had to use the reset button as he was stuck in the wall. Tough break there for Johnny Hernandez, and now let's look at the 20 and 5, who both already been involved in accidents so far. Oh, I think coming down the corner, Both make contact. Both get sent into the wall. Carter Boyd now with damage, moving with even more damage. On board here at the 5, Carter Boyd. I guess the 5 just brain checked him. Both into the wall they go. We've got some pit stops here. Dominic Payment, Alexander Jones, the 40 of Nixon, the 5 of Carter Boyd. As we're back under caution here at Sonoma once again. Welcome back to the Golf Summer Series here at Sonoma. About to go back green after yet another caution. Already up to 3 cautions so far here today. The 66 Saber Tooth, Brendan Beal in the 37, and the 14 of Owen Miles. Still your top 3 here. Jake from State Farm and Dan Mattier round off your top 5. As we got a lot of people with hood damage here. Here we go, green flag back in the air here at Sonoma. Just about halfway done with this race. Oh, Hoodlum now goes around into the same area where his dad spent our earlier. Caution's back out again. Jesus, y'all. Can we get some green flag racing? Anyways, the 66 continues to pull away here. Pretty much flat out dominating this race. Jason Albert trying to hold off Devon Payment there. Aiden Thomas side by side with Adam Bowden. Adam Bowden finished second on the last road course race at Old Spice. HS there just outside the top 10. And it's a 66 for Weederfield back to the green once again. Let's take a look what happened this time here to bring up the 4th caution of the day. So this was yet again going up to the hills here. Oh, Random makes contact with Hoodlum. Spun him out into the wall. Hoodlum's probably not happy right now since he is struggling in points. On board of Random here. Yep, 53 just came up on him, just couldn't get off of him. Probably like the 2nd or 3rd time we've seen that today here so far. Anyways, we got cars coming down pit road, the 55, 33, and 40 again, as well as the 19 Keshawn Art. Anyways, back under caution yet again here at Sonoma. Back with you guys after this. Welcome back to the Golf Summer Series here at Sonoma. About to go back green after our record-setting 4th caution of the day here. Several viewers came down pit road, the 17 of Matt Teo, as well as the 37 of Brendan Beal. Currently your top 3 is Saber Tooth, Owen Miles, and the 82 of Jake from State Farm. And hopefully we can at least get a green flag 1 here in the second half of this race. Here we go, green flag back out, hopefully for good this time. Great restart there for the 66 as the 14 car tries to get a run off of him. Jason Albert clears Kellen Baker for 4th. Take a look at your cars here in the middle of the pack. The 7 of Kody Boggs as well as the 95 of Richard Herman. Keshawn Richardson side by side with Bradley Ream. Keshawn Richardson, of course, won our last road course race at Old Spice. Isn't doing too particularly hot here. Currently now in 16th position. Jordan Scout side by side with the 86 Nargin Scott. Jordan Scout coming off a good run on our last race at Talladega. Nargin Scott also had a good run at Talladega. As Nargin Scott looks way down to the outside. Richard Herman seems to not be doing well at these road courses. Currently 11th in points. Seven of Kody Boggs side by side there with Mountain Dew Fan for Life. Mountain Dew Fan for Life is another driver who came off a good run at Talladega. There's Brendan Builder in the 37. He was up in second place for the vast majority of this race, but now he's all the way back here after pitting for, I guess, to remove that hood damage. Random J was involved in the last caution there. Braden Carruthers behind him, your points leader, both in 22nd and 23rd respectively. Lucas Almario back there, Movement also back there. Johnny Hernandez the lap down. Current with Omikar 1 lap down. Matt Teal also back here in the 28th position. Carter Boyd, 29th. 30th is Dominic Payment. Odom in 31st. Sean Arden 32nd. Another bad run there for Nick Stanton 33rd. And Alexander Jones currently is your last car on the lead lap in 34th. Meanwhile, back to the leaders here. Saber Tooth continues to pull away from the rest of the field. And if Saber Tooth does win this race, he'll become the first ever Golf Summer Series driver in history to lead every single lap of a race. This will also be the first win for Dodge since he's the only Dodge in this 35 car field. This time by 5 laps ago here at Sonoma. Owen Miles trying everything he can to get a run off that 66 car. I was now on board of the 14. Just to showcase how tricky this track can be. Here comes the trickiest part here in turn 11. As with most road courses, you can really get a good run off of someone in the turns. Four laps to go now. Owen Miles gained a little bit of time there on 66, despite that hood damage. Going into turn number 4A here. quick little flyby of all the field here. Three laps to go here at Sonoma now. After our next race at Dodge Motordrome, the Golf Summer Series is actually going to have a bye week, and then come out of the bye week with an altered schedule, with Rockingham now being race number 9, and then the Firecracker 400 at Daytona being race number 10 on 4th of July. Meanwhile, the 66 was able to extend that gap a little bit there on the 14 of Owen Miles. Two laps to go now. Ooh, Owen Miles gained a little bit of time there on the 66, but I don't think he's quite enough to catch him. Good run here for the 82 of Jake from State Farm in third. Jason Albert in fourth now. Best run for him all year. Kellen Baker in fifth. This is his first top 10 finish since Nazareth back in race 3. 69 Aiden Thomas in 6th. Devon Payment still in 7th. HS in 8th. Out of Bowden in 9th. And Dan DJ rounds off the top 10. Both the Tim Allen cars in the top 10 here. So good runs for them today. This time by white flag in the air. One last lap here at Sonoma as the 66 continues to pull away. This has been a rather chaotic race here in the Golf Summer Series, with a record-breaking 4 cautions here. Down turn 7A for the final time. And into turns 8 and 9. Into turn 11. After winning the pole and leading all 20 laps, he becomes the little Dodge that could. Checkered flag, Saber Tooth wins here at Sonoma. Congratulations to Saber Tooth, Arctic Racing, and especially Dodge. They are your winners here for the Infineon 250. Let's take a look at the finishing results now. Anyway, Saber Tooth finishes first. Owen Miles finishes second. Jake from State Farm in third. Jason Albert comes home fourth. Kellen Baker finishes fifth. Aiden Thomas in sixth. Devon Payment with his best run all year in seventh. HS in eighth. Adam Bowden in ninth. And running off the top 10 is Dan DJ. Now, let's take a look at your point standings here. Jason Albert now your points leader. Aiden Thomas in second, trails by 3. Kellen Baker and Ryan Benjamin trail by 4. Brandon Crothers in fifth, trails by 5. Dan Mateo trails by 18. Movement in 7th trails by 27. Slayer in 8th. Random J in 9th. And Lipsy rounds off your top 10 in points. Anyways, next up we head to Dodge Motordrome for short track action in the Big Apple. That'll be on this channel sometime this weekend, hopefully. But as always, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this race, and I'll see you guys next time.